Hey everyone, it's Scott at Scott Trades on Twitter with StockMarketMentor.com and your chart of the day. Want to take a look at Robinhood? This is ticker HOOD. Now, Robinhood announced earnings last night, and the green box on TradingView here says it was positive. And I did listen to some analysts today saying that they liked Robinhood's earnings. But here's the thing with Robinhood and earnings. The typical earnings reaction from Robinhood is usually the opposite of what the stock normally does. Now, I'm not saying that is going to happen here, but if I go back here in the past and just look, Robinhood has had some bizarre earnings reactions. You know, every now and again it'll get a normal one, but for the most part, the earnings reactions are just strange. Even back here in 2023, positive earnings reaction. Okay, yeah, they missed some. Stock gaps down, holds under the moving averages, and then, a couple weeks later, just rips to new highs. Earnings here. Gap up, holds up. Okay, normal reaction goes higher. Earnings here. Downside reversal, sell off under the 50-day moving average. Couple days later, rips to new highs. Here's another one. No real reaction. Stock had already sold off. Here's another one. Negative earnings reaction, pulls back to the 50-day moving average. Within 4 days, the stock is back at a new high. So negative earnings, bit of a sell-off, new high. Positive earnings here in Wednesday, February the 12th. What happens? Stock gaps up, 3 days later, making a new low. And so it's just really one of those stocks where you can't trust the initial earnings reaction to tell the whole story because you get these mixed reactions. Good earnings, bit of a sell-off, negative earnings, rips to new highs. So it's just a bizarre stock in that way. And so I'm looking at this stock right now, noting that it sold off after printing positive earnings. Looks like a surprise on both ends. Great. But the stock was unable to get going. And so we have a downside reversal and a close near the lows coming on heavier than average volume. Now, any technical analyst will tell you that is not a good look. And I'm telling you that right here. This is not a good look. But what I would like to see from Robinhood is a potential move above this bar. Let's get above today's high, just around 51.30, and see if this stock can recover. Even if it's not tomorrow, maybe next week sometime, where the stock flounders down here, pulls back to the 50-day moving average, kind of does this, and then whoosh, we'll look for that new high through there because that's how it has traded in the past, even when they had negative earnings. So I'm not really trusting this earnings reaction, but I do want to keep an eye on this stock because they did have positive earnings. So I'm going to set an alert right here at 51.29. And if this stock can get above and stay above 51.29, I think this is a buy. So that's just one of many stocks we're looking at tonight at StockMarketMentor.com. I hope that video is helpful. I'll see you next time.